Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at this Garvee. It is a 50 foot. It is a drain cleaning machine, basically like a snake. So when you open the box, you're going to see that there is actually another box inside. So you're going to pull a box out of the box. They really wanted to protect it well. So your second box is just a plain one. Your first one's actually going to have the name, all the information about it on there. And you'll see the box did get damaged, but when you have the outside, the other box, it protects it. So we'll open this one up as well. You can either take a knife or, like I'm doing, just remove it. So then you will remove the top piece, and you're going to see when you look inside, your machine is just one big unit. It's got a handle here to grab it, and it looks like it comes with a pair of gloves as well. You're probably going to need these because cleaning your drains can get dirty. So you're going to notice you just lift this out. So you're going to have your main unit right here with different pieces. You're going to see they have this tied up. A hose, this is your pedal, and your instruction manual is down here inside. So we're taking the unit apart to see what it looks like for the first time. You're going to notice your pedal here is connected right there. So this is kind of almost like a drill, it looks like, and that will spin your unit and bring this out. So you're basically going to plug this into your wall right here. Then this will be the pedal to operate it. And then these are the extra pieces that you're going to need. So guys, when you get it, you're going to notice there are several different attachments here for down on the inside. These are cleaning attachments depending upon what you're doing. The main one we're going to show you today is going to be this one. This is a drain cleaning attachment. So basically you're going to take the screwdriver that came with it. You're going to loosen this piece. You're going to open it up. Like I said, we're only going to use one attachment. They will all work the same. It's just going to depend on the job you're doing, because we're going to clean a drain. You will slide the screw in. You will tighten this down. This is going to be going down a drain. This will be the loosen button. So basically, if you have this tight, this is not going to allow this to go in and out properly, because you're going to see the drain is going to come like this. And there's two ways you can operate this. You can have what we told you, you can plug this in directly and use this bit, or you can plug this in and use the pedal. You're going to notice that there is an instruction booklet. It's only a few pages long. It looks like it's about 9 pages. But basically, it just breaks down the unit for you, different pieces, and gives you a rough idea of how to use it. So first you notice I brought in the other attachments. And the reason why, because I'm going to do 2 different drain cleans. I'm going to do a shower that goes straight into the floor right here. Then I'm also going to do a toilet like that you would just go in the toilet. Now, the main thing when you're looking at this unit here, it tells you in the directions, do not use this to pull it out unless it's stuck. So basically, you're going to hand feed it forward and hand feed it in until you reach the drain where the plug's at. Then you will use the button to push it, and what it will do is it'll sit there and spin inside of there and break whatever debris is inside of that loose. So if you've got a mess of hair wad or whatever it could be that's plugging your drain, you're just going to slowly hand feed it in. Then you will push the button and let it just sit there and rotate, because you're going to notice when I spin it, it's going to rotate this. And that will spin to break your clog loose. Now you'll notice I also disconnected the foot pedal here, because where I'm at, I'm not really going to be able to use the foot pedal because I'm going to be on my knees and I really don't have no way to step on it. So I will be actually using the button. It's made to set up so you can use the button or you can use the foot pedal. And I just wanted to show you the different tips. So depending on the size of your drain, you'll see this tip is made to spin around and it has angled edges on it. This tip is round. This is for a bigger drain. So do not try to force this down like a sink drain because it's too small. But like a main line, you could use that. This piece is similar to this one, but you're going to notice this one has a rounded edge. This one has this edge. And the reason why I'm doing the drain here and the toilet, they're in the same room, but also they'll both use this tip. I just don't want to change tips because basically these tips are for different things, and I should not have a plug drain. I'm just showing you how to use this. So remember, you're going to want your gloves on to feed this down through there, because depending upon what's in there, it could get dirty. I don't know how dirty my drain is. I've never actually cleaned it before. We use cleaner stuff, the solution we put in. So first I'm going to remove my cover. And you're going to see my drain. Now I'm going to put a towel around this to try to keep it minimal, a mess from getting clean. But remember, do not get this too close to this because it will catch in there. So I'm just going to wrap it around it nice and neat. Then I will start using this to slowly feed it in there. So I'm going to start pushing the button. Make sure that you got it in forward. Now I'm going to start slowly feeding this through as I push the button. Oh. So I'm trying to do this slowly. So I'm sitting here pushing the button. I'm feeding it through very slowly. Because what you're doing is you're hand feeding this in. Like, see right here in my hand? Show over here my hand. So I'm feeding this as I'm pushing the button. I'm feeding this down in there and doing it very slowly. You don't want to force it. If it gets forced, that means it's liable to get caught and you could bend your rod. So we're just slowly going to keep pushing the button right here. And then feeding it in very slowly till we get to the spot that it's drained. And as this spins, you'll feel it moving down inside of there. So then you got it where you want. And let's say we've got it now where we need it. You will just push the button and let it rotate and spin. And this is going to spin and clear out your drain. Anywhere there might be a drain. Now, to feed it back. So we're done with that. There's really nothing in my drain. So now what I want to do to bring this back, there is a reverse button here. Do not use that reverse button unless you absolutely have to, because it could get caught in there and then that could cause a major issue. It's there if you need it, but for the most part, you're going to pull this back up by hand over here and you can just feed it back in. So I'm just going to slowly feed that like that and keep going. So I'm going to keep pushing this back, moving it into position, and you can't really see. If I push this button, it will bring it back. But the main thing is you don't want to force this. So I'm going to bring it back. There is the end of my hose finally. And if you look inside of this, as I'm bringing this back, down inside of here, you will see that it's going back into position, wrapping around like it's supposed to, until you get it right where it's supposed to be. So we're going to do the exact same thing with the toilet. Basically, it's going to be the same process. We're just wanting to show you how to use it. You have the button that you push that will feed it out, and you're slowly pushing it in by hand like this. And then when you want to reverse it, pull it back by hand as well. Unless it's jammed, then you can use that button, but do not force it. You don't want to break this off inside of this. This is very good for cleaning out any drains. It's a lot cheaper than calling in a plumber or somebody who's a specialist. But if you get a drain that's that bad that they have to use a scope, that's different. But for most plugs, most drains, this will clear that out. That's why it's nice to have one of these in hand. It's handy. You can do sinks, faucets. Faucet, I recommend unhooking it from the wall and going straight into the wall. But the toilet, you can either remove your toilet, go straight down in there, or you can go down through, because if you look at your toilet, it will have a shape like an S. This is just going to go through that S and then go straight down into the floor. So you can use it in your toilet, or you can go straight into the... Again, you would have the same principle. You take this, you put this down inside of here, then you're going to push the button to release it and then slowly feed it. If you watch here, down here, you're just slowly pushing this button. And you'll see I'm feeding the hose as I'm slowly pushing the button. It's coming out. Now, you don't want to force it. Forcing it could cause damage. Just a little bit at a time, and you're going to see it slowly coming out. And then when you want to take it back out, you're just going to hand feed it like we did earlier. Just pull it back in, keep going. And then you have it like this. You can put this in reverse now that you've got it out. If you want to feed it back in, and it will slowly go back in. You'll see when I push this button, this is what it's doing inside of there. It's spinning that around, and it's spinning the tip inside of your drain. So basically it's going in a rotational circle, depending on which tip you have. And if it's going forward, this will go forward into the plug, whatever it is, hair or something, catch it, and then when you reverse it, it'll drag it out on the tip of this. If it is one of the cutter edges that we had, it will cut that out, whatever it is. If it's just like goo or whatever, it will cut that. So the main thing is, make sure you have these in the right way. You have forward, reverse, And it tells you in the book that if it's in reverse, push it in by hand. You do have the option on the piece here to push the button and bring it in. But you got to remember, if this breaks inside of your drain, that could be really bad. So make sure you're very careful when you're doing this. You do it slow. You feed it in by hand. You didn't see me going crazy when I pushed the button. Right there is perfect. Watch this tip. You're going to see that tip spinning around. And that's what it's doing inside of your drain. It's grabbing whatever is there. It's grabbing it and pulling it out when you pull this back out. My drains are pretty clean, but let's say if I had a lot of hair in there, this would be covered in hair. And my plug would be gone. This also has a drain hose in the bottom. So when you pull it out, if it's full of water, you take it somewhere and this will drain. So now we're done. We showed you a couple quick drain. You got to remember a few things. This is a manual feed. It's not a heavy duty drain cleaner. Most of the work you'll be doing is slowly feeding it by hand, using this to tap and allow it to come out. Do not force it in reverse. If you do, you could damage it. I mean, if it's a small pull, it's just a little bit wedged, that's fine, but you don't want to ride this button. Now, I wanted to point this out. So when you go to use this feature here, the button, you're going to notice that if I push down on that, I'm going to plug this in. Now, when I plug this in, and I plug it here, when you first get this, and you push this, it's not going to work. And you might think something is wrong with the relay here, but it's not. What you only got to do is you got to push this button in, push that in and lock it. Once that is locked into position, then your switch will start working. See? Because what happens is when you're doing it manually and you're pushing that button, it's already in. So you're pushing the button. But on this one, you have to lock the button into position in order to use this. I didn't use this because of the position I was in. It was easier for me to use this than try to use the foot pedal. But let's say you're outside clearing the main drain. You're going to use the foot pedal because it'll just make it easier on you so you can step on it. And then if you need to change directions, you're going to have to actually push this button. You're going to want to make sure you unplug it. Then you want to push in on the button, and then you can switch it to forward or reverse like that. So you got, that's your reverse. It shows it backwards. This is your forward. You want that one in. So you got forward and reverse. So it's in forward now. You can do the same thing. You just plug this in. You do have to unhook that button for that to be able to switch directions. But then you can push it in, push the button, and then your foot pedal is ready to go. Now it's going the opposite direction. Make sure you unplug it. See, we push the button. Now it's going the opposite direction. It's still going. You'll see, this is what I was telling you about. You'll see this is spinning. So if I had a drain and it was plugged and I'm pushing this, that's spinning in there and it's getting whatever's there. When you're done, make sure you unplug it, release your button, and then remove your attachments. So you just remove your attachments. Now this is a 5/16 inch base on this. So it's good up to about a 3-inch drain. You make sure you have the right one for the job. This is not a heavy duty cleaner. You can use this on your main line out, let's say out back, you have a slow drain. You can take this out to your main line. It has the 3-inch cap, remove the cap, feed this down in there, clear it out. It's not made for roots. You might have something small, you might be able to break loose, but a large root, if it's busted into your line, you're going to need something much heavier than this. This is good for like slow drains, hair plugs. Maybe you got the plastic sometimes where people use the pods. Those sometimes get plugged in there. This is great for all of those, not for tree roots. And I suggest when you're done, you put your screw back so you do not lose it. You don't have to tighten it down all the way, just in there so it doesn't fall out. And they do give you this handy attachment here to hold all your different bits on here. So you just basically, it's kind of like what they use for showers. You just put that on there, and then you have this. And you'll see all the different attachments that it does come with. It comes with the circular one. This one would be nice for hair clog or root in the main line. Now these ones here, the bigger ones, aren't going to fit very well down a regular hose. So you're just going to want to pick the size that you need for the job that you need based on the size. Because I had about 1.5 inch, 2-inch drain that I showed you in the bathroom. The big ones that you get outside like this, you could use any of these. Really nice handheld unit, hand fed. Remember the main word was it's hand fed. You don't force it. It will do what it's supposed to do. It's got a nice little, it's basically a drill attachment on here. And you notice if you wanted, you could just pull this up and you can remove this piece here. It's held in by that. And then it just slides back in place. As you click in place, if you need to remove it, you can, but you don't want to do it unless that's just for cleaning purposes or whatever. You can actually remove this too if you needed to. And just take it all apart. It's basically just a couple of screws. You see there's a fitting there. And then easy to assemble if you take it apart to clean it. Easy to use. Hand-fed unit made by Garvee. Really like it. We're going to put the link for this in the description. Like, subscribe, and if you need to, basically anybody who has plugs in their house, you're going to need something like this to have around. You won't use it that often, but it's nice to have it rather than call a plumber, and you never know how long it's going to take a plumber to get there or what kind of fee they're going to charge. It's nice to have a drain cleaner of your own.